Prologue, May 31st, 2005.
Mr. Rock?
Ava Harlow burst into the office and found her boss, neck snapped, on the dirty floor, cold and dead. Terror was still plastered on Stephen Rock's lifeless face. Justin, the corpse's brother and business partner, whimpered with paranoid shock in the corner. "Where is it?" Ava, their assistant, glanced around the room. "It's not," Justin wheezed. "It's not in the locked safe." "Are there any other copies?" Ava fretted. No, the man stammered like a child. "Stephen always kept it here."
Who's outside? Why would they kill him?
Wailing screams of escaping employees barely covered up the brutal grunts of combatants fighting near the company's lobby. Ava desperately hoped Daniel would stay alive. The loud crash of a heavy body thrown against the break room wall made Ava jump and Justin clutch his thumping chest. "In the closet." Ava pulled her surviving boss into the storage chamber and locked the door from inside. "Stay quiet," Ava whispered in the darkness. "We can't let you die too."
You're only my secretary. We need police.
The office windows shattered as more intruders swung into the room from the dark night outside. Broken glass crunched beneath heavy combat boots. The cruel intruders saw the corpse of the company's CEO and laughed. "Find the formula, now." A deep voice snapped the snickering minions to attention. The 6 thieves knocked over file cabinets, rifled through documents, and broke open locked drawers. They were so rambunctious, Ava could no longer strain to listen for Daniel's voice. As the burglars tore apart the office, they found nothing but useless paperwork. "It's not here. They lied to us," the captain called out as the men paused their frenzied search. One of the crooks fiddled with the doorknob of the locked closet where Ava and her boss were hiding. Justin struggled to muffle his fearful breaths. Ava knew they were losing options. "This door is jammed," the brute told the others. "Help me break off the knob." Ava huffed as Justin squeaked in fear behind her. Rules be damned. If she didn't act now, those killers would ruin everything. She had no choice. "Mr. Rock," Ava whispered as she turned around. "I'm so sorry." "Huh?" Justin Rock mumbled in scared confusion. Ava placed her thumb on her boss's forehead. The frightened man immediately fell into a mystic trance and his eyes glowed a cloudy white. Ava cursed silently.
Where is Jerome? Where's Daryl?
Her boss crumbled to the floor, lying motionless next to dusty shoes and cardboard boxes. The terrifying men pounded on the closet's handle with a hefty metal object. Ava had seconds before they killed her too. If these assassins got the best of Daniel, she would never forgive herself. She couldn't fail. Not now. Ava kicked open the closet door so forcefully that it broke off its hinges and slammed against her attackers. They were blown back like debris and fell near the corpse they mocked. Stepping into the light of the ransacked office, Ava looked over the minions and stared down the thieves' menacing leader. "Who do you work for?" Ava demanded as she squared her shoulders and lifted her chin. The men on the ground all turned to look up at the short, brown, slender secretary in surprise. They scoffed as they rose to their feet. "Out of the way, sweetheart. We just need the formula," the militant captain ordered without a second thought. "Leave now, before you get hurt." "I'm not going anywhere," Ava objected, raising her voice. "Where did you come from? Who sent you?" "Your primitive mind couldn't grasp it," the captain snarled. "I doubt that, old man," Ava retorted in contempt. Ava reached under the back of her shirt and unsheathed a small carbon steel cylinder. She slammed her fists together, and 2 twisting graphite-colored dowels snapped forth from the weapon center to form a triple helix staff over 5 feet long. Ava was so fueled with purpose, she and her moldable staff began to radiate a wistful aura of emerald green. The glowing energy swelled so bright, the men were forced to cover their eyes. "Leave!" Ava Harlow stood her ground. "Before you get hurt." The joking smiles vanished off the faces of the assailants.
She's an agent.
The captain's eyes went wide. Get her! All 6 brutes barreled toward Ava. She leaped toward a nearby cabinet, bounced off the wall, and backflipped over the cronies like an acrobat. She came crashing down on the shoulders of one of the intruders, knocking him over into a second one. Ava tucked and rolled under a third attacker, swiping his right leg to topple him. Now on the opposite side of the room, she charged right into the fray of battle. The men swung at her with meaty fists and hefty kicks. She expertly maneuvered around their thrashing arms and legs as she kicked a man in the groin, chopped another in the neck, and swung back to elbow his neighbor across his jaw. Just when Ava was beginning to gain control, the captain snuck into the quarrel. He slugged Ava straight in the face, breaking her nose. Ava recoiled in pain, losing her balance. The captain stepped closer, breathed in, and kicked her in the stomach with a mountain of force. Ava screamed as she flew back and over the top of an office desk, crashing to the ground.
Ava!
A worried voice bellowed from down the hall.
I'm coming.
Daniel. Ava winced on the floor, disoriented. He's alive. Still bloody and bruised from the lobby, Daniel Knockby barged into the room in mission mode. He twirled his own morph staff masterfully as he plowed through Ava's attackers. Ava got to her feet with an aching grunt to join her partner in combat. As she looked over the desk, Ava's heart froze. A mysterious new figure covered in a dark hood entered the chamber. The shadowy villain, barely visible except for its blood-red eyes, pulled a loaded gun from its side.
Daniel!
Ava shrieked, begging him to somehow avoid what she knew was coming. A gunshot fired, and Daniel collapsed to the ground, dead with one blow. Ava felt immediate devastation in her bones. Their soul connection was instantly severed, as if Daniel's life meant nothing. She refused to let their mission fail. The world's future was at risk, and the only person she loved more than Daniel could never survive if she was gone. Time seemed to slow as Ava leaped off the desk into the air above her attackers. Ava released a guttural battle cry and launched forward in vengeance. She mystically morphed a portion of her staff into 8 floating daggers. She telekinetically hurled the blades like missiles deep into the chests of the captain and his 6 intruders. They all dropped dead. The 8th dagger darted toward the mysterious murderer with the glowing red eyes. But the stoic villain merely sidestepped to dodge the flying knife. As Ava landed back on the floor, the 8 blades shot back to reattach to her morph staff. The ominous figure was unfazed. It raised its hand and made a grasping motion. Ava went rigid. Her muscles were stone. She couldn't move. The murderer raised their weapon once more. A cracking gunshot fired toward Ava. Within milliseconds, the entire history of her short life danced across her mind. Ava Harlow's final heartbreak was knowing she failed the boy she left behind.
Philo.